12 of the NFL. And front and center is Irv Smith Jr. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Commanders and the Saints on Sunday night.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last... The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to my...
On play action, now Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense?
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Kill. Hey, kill.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
A look at the numbers last week for Olave. 7 catches, 102 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Off to Thomas on the left side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Carr to throw again. Olave over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the counter, here's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more. But still, over 500 yards passing.
500.
That's phenomenal, incredible. Let's see if he can take last week's game and carry it forward and have another similar performance.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Ready, go!
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw his car. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
A beautiful fake. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
Ready, set.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Fights off the defender. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
10 cycles.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll set up a throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 19 yards away. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Carr to throw on second down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Carr to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Throwing now is Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On first down, Carr. And that's incomplete. Try to get that one to Chris Olave. And now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
3rd and 6.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, 40 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
22 yards there, a first down.
Yellow, line. Smith, red. Switch, yellow.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 4. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this down inside the 40. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And you look at this Saints defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. They'll drop to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Washington. Irv Smith Jr., 38 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Slide for the PAT.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Gun. Hey, kill.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down and 3.
Brings up second
29.
at the 38-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a play fake. Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jonathan Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sanders' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Here we go, set.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And down to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Drill green. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 8 yards out. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Now Carr. And this will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, it's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
43 rail.
Robinson up the middle. Pushes past him. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Holding offense. Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
Brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders just continue to roll.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away this time. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's good for a Saints.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Here's Carr to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Smith red. Switch yellow. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
The Washington offense stringing together a couple of good pickups. It's another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Set.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Anthony Richardson, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Bryce Young, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in this?
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
We're good, we're good.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks it right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here we go. Set, hut, set, hut.
On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Hut.
They're going to look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Set,
And for
ready.
the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Set, hut.
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Go. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
3-3.
2nd down and a yard.
And a yard at the
Check
Saints
pink.
14-yard line.
Ready?
Hand off now to Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Let's go.
With a yard on the play. And it's third down.
Ready? Ready. Set.
They'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Short yardage
Check right.
situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be
Check.
cognizant of the
Yellow.
back slipping
Line.
out of the
Smith,
backfield
red.
trying to find some
Click.
open
Yellow.
space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ready? Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 10-yard line.
Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of
Ready,
yardage
ready.
after the catch.
Ready.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, they continue to keep pace for that first round bye as they move to 11-1.